Deep in the desert sands, a civilization sleeps. It whispers tales of pharaohs and pyramids, of gods and gold, ancient Egypt, a land shrouded in mystery yet bursting with life. For centuries its secrets lay buried, hidden beneath the weight of time. But the desert whispers its secrets to those who listen, and we're here to listen. Join us as we journey back in time, to the land of the pharaohs. We'll explore the pyramids, those monumental tombs that still pierce the sky. Get ready to be transported. Our journey begins with a river, the Nile, a lifeline snaking through the desert, its waters giving life to a civilization. The ancient Egyptians called it Ar, or Aur, meaning black. This black earth was the lifeblood of Egypt, the foundation upon which a civilization was built. Without the Nile, there would be no Egypt. It provided more than just water for crops. It was a highway for trade, connecting the north and south. It was a source of food, teeming with fish and fowl. The Nile shaped not only the landscape of ancient Egypt, but also its culture. Our journey through ancient Egypt begins not with colossal monuments, but with humble beginnings. Picture a time before the pyramids, before the pharaohs, a time when Egypt was a patchwork of small, independent villages scattered along the Nile. These early Egyptians were farmers, living simple lives dictated by the river's ebb and flow. They worshipped a pantheon of gods, each representing a force of nature, praying for good harvests and protection from harm. Life was challenging, but these early Egyptians persevered. They were innovative, developing irrigation techniques to harness the Nile's bounty. They were skilled craftsmen, fashioning tools and pottery from the land's resources, and they were storytellers, weaving tales of gods and heroes, passing their history and beliefs down through generations. Gradually, over centuries, these small villages grew in size and influence. This marked the dawn of a new era in Egyptian history. The unification of Upper and Lower Egypt under Pharaoh Narmer marked a pivotal moment in history. Narmer is credited with uniting the two lands and establishing the First Dynasty. This era witnessed the rise of the pyramids, iconic symbols of ancient Egypt. The pyramids of Giza stand as a testament to the ingenuity and ambition of the ancient Egyptians. The Age of Pyramids wasn't just about colossal tombs. It was a time of great artistic, cultural, and technological advancement. The Egyptians developed hieroglyphics to record their history and beliefs. They made strides in mathematics and astronomy, aligning monuments with the stars. Their artwork provides a glimpse into their daily lives and beliefs. In the shadow of the pyramids, a civilization flourished, leaving a lasting legacy. The Nile. Just saying the name conjures images of ancient mystery, but it was more than just a scenic backdrop. This mighty river was the lifeblood of ancient Egypt, a verdant ribbon winding its way through the arid desert. Without it, there would be no pyramids, no pharaohs, no Egypt as we know it. Imagine a land scorched by the relentless desert sun. That was Egypt, except for the Nile. Its waters, originating in the heart of Africa, brought life to the land. Each year, the river would swell, overflowing its banks and depositing fertile silt across the land. This annual flood was a blessing, a time of renewal and abundance. The ancient Egyptians recognized the Nile's vital importance. Everything from their agriculture to their religion revolved around the river's rhythm. The Nile's flood wasn't just a random event, it followed a predictable cycle. The ancient Egyptians, keen observers of nature, developed a sophisticated understanding of this rhythm, adapting their lives to its ebb and flow. Think of it like a heartbeat, a steady pulse that dictated the pace of life. The year was divided into 3 distinct seasons, each tied to the river's behavior. Akhet, the season of inundation, saw the Nile swell, engulfing the land and depositing its precious silt. This was followed by Peret, the growing season when farmers sowed their crops in the fertile, water-soaked soil. Finally came Shemu, the harvest season, a time of abundance when the fruits of their labor were gathered. This cyclical pattern, repeated year after year, shaped the rhythm of life in ancient Egypt. It influenced their agriculture, their festivals, even their architecture. This mastery over the river's bounty was key to their success, allowing them to flourish in a land that would otherwise be barren desert. The Nile's annual flood wasn't just about water and fertile soil, it was a source of life in many forms. The river teemed with fish, a vital source of protein for the ancient Egyptians. They became skilled fishermen using nets, traps, and even harpoons to catch their bounty. The riverbanks, lush with vegetation, attracted a variety of animals, providing ample opportunities for hunting. Birds, hippos, crocodiles, and even the occasional lion made their home along the Nile, enriching the ecosystem and providing sustenance for the ancient Egyptians. But the Nile's generosity didn't end there. The papyrus plant, growing abundantly along the river's edge, became a cornerstone of their civilization. They used it to make everything from paper to boats, sandals to baskets. It even found its way into their religious rituals, symbolizing rebirth and renewal. The Nile wasn't just a giver of life, it was a connector. Imagine the power, imagine the responsibility. In ancient Egypt, the pharaoh wasn't just a king, he was a god king. He was the lord of the two lands, ruler of Upper and Lower Egypt, holding the destiny of his people in his hands. He was the living embodiment of Horus, the falcon-headed god, a symbol of power, protection, and divine right. From the moment he ascended the throne, the pharaoh's life was dedicated to Ma'at, the concept of cosmic order and balance. He was responsible for maintaining justice, upholding the law, and ensuring the prosperity of his people. He was the intermediary between the gods and humanity, responsible for appeasing the divine and ensuring the annual flood of the Nile. His power was absolute. But this power came with a heavy burden. The pharaoh's divinity was woven into the fabric of Egyptian society. From birth, he was groomed as a living god. His coronation transformed him into a divine ruler. He was considered a living god with divine authority. He performed rituals to ensure the god's favor. We often picture pharaohs as distant, unapproachable figures, their faces hidden behind golden masks, their bodies wrapped in linen bandages. But beyond the trappings of power, they were human beings, with their own personalities, desires, and flaws. Some pharaohs were wise and benevolent rulers, remembered for their justice, their piety, and their contributions to Egyptian civilization. Others were ruthless tyrants, consumed by ambition, greed, and the pursuit of power. Some were great builders, leaving behind magnificent temples, pyramids, and monuments. Others were skilled warriors, expanding the borders of their empire through conquest and military might. Take, for example, Akhenaten, the heretic pharaoh who dared to challenge the traditional gods of Egypt, promoting the worship of Aten, the sun disk, or Hatshepsut, one of the few female pharaohs who ruled Egypt for over 2 decades, expanding trade and commissioning ambitious building projects. Each pharaoh left his or her mark on Egyptian history, shaping the course of their civilization through their actions, their beliefs, and their legacies. To understand ancient Egypt, we must look beyond the golden masks and the grand titles and see the human beings behind the myths. The Nile was more than a waterway, it was the artery of ancient Egypt. It pulsed through their lives, dictating their work, their food, their very existence. Imagine waking up, not to the sound of traffic, but to the gentle lapping of the Nile against your reed boat home. This was life for many Egyptians. Their homes, often built from mud bricks baked by the sun, hugged the riverbanks. These weren't just houses, they were communities, alive with the sounds of children playing, vendors hawking their wares, and the rhythmic clang of a blacksmith's hammer. The Nile provided sustenance. Men cast nets, hauling in fish, shimmering silver in the sun. The river was their highway, connecting villages and cities. Section 2. The fabric of life. Life in ancient Egypt wasn't all pharaohs and pyramids. It was a society with structure, a place where everyone had a role. At the top, of course, stood the pharaoh, the god-king. But below him, a complex hierarchy unfolded. Scribes, masters of hieroglyphs, held a position of respect. They documented everything, from tax records to religious texts, ensuring the smooth running of the kingdom. Imagine the meticulous work, the delicate brushstrokes forming intricate symbols on papyrus. Craftsmen, skilled with their hands, transformed raw materials into objects of beauty and utility. Potters molded clay, weavers spun linen, and carpenters crafted furniture, each contributing to the fabric of daily life. Think of the pride in their workmanship, the legacy passed down through generations. Farmers, the backbone of the society, toiled under the hot sun. They coaxed life from the fertile soil, producing the grain that fed the nation. Their lives were tough, dictated by the seasons and the river's flood, yet they were the unsung heroes of ancient Egypt. The ancient Egyptians were obsessed with the afterlife. They believed death wasn't an ending, but a transition, a journey to another realm. This belief permeated their lives, influencing their art, architecture, and even their daily routines. Tombs, from the humblest to the grandest pyramids, were more than burial places. They were eternal homes, stocked with everything the deceased would need for a comfortable afterlife. Imagine the care taken in painting vibrant scenes on tomb walls, capturing moments of joy, love, and the deceased's achievements. They developed a complex process of mummification, preserving the body for its journey to the afterlife. Organs were carefully removed, the body dried with salts, then wrapped in layers of linen bandages, adorned with amulets for protection. The Book of the Dead, a collection of spells and prayers, served as a guide for navigating the underworld's perils. Imagine the comfort these rituals provided, the hope for a happy afterlife. This focus on the afterlife reveals a deep-seated belief in the continuity of life, a testament to their enduring spirit. The desert sun beats down, sand stretches as far as the eye can see, and then a shape emerges, immense, imposing, a pyramid, a beacon from a lost world. These weren't just tombs, they were statements, hidden chambers, false doors, and secret passages, aligned with the stars, reflecting deep astronomical knowledge. The pyramids stand as a testament to human ambition and the allure of the unknown. How did they do it? The question has haunted historians and archaeologists for centuries. The construction of the pyramids, particularly the Great Pyramid of Giza, remains one of history's most enduring enigmas. The logistics were mind-boggling, quarrying massive blocks of stone, transporting them across vast distances, and lifting them into place with precision, all without the use of modern machinery. Theories abound, from ramps and levers to ingenious systems of rollers and counterweights, each attempting to unravel the mystery. Inside the pyramids, a labyrinth of passages and chambers awaits. The king's chamber, located deep within the pyramid's heart, housed the pharaoh's sarcophagus, surrounded by offerings and treasures intended to accompany him on his journey to the afterlife. The Grand Gallery, a soaring corridor leading to the king's chamber, is an architectural marvel. Its smooth, polished walls and intricate corbelled ceiling a testament to the skill and precision of the ancient Egyptian builders. The air inside the pyramid is thick with mystery, whispering tales of a lost civilization and the pharaohs who ruled it. If pyramids were monuments to death, temples celebrated life and the gods. Sunlight filters through towering columns, illuminating intricate carvings. This was the world of the Egyptian temples, centers of power, commerce, and learning. Priests performed daily rituals to appease the gods. Karnak Temple, a testament to faith and ambition. Its massive pylons and sacred lake reflect grandeur. Luxor Temple, dedicated to Amun-Re, evokes awe and wonder. A forest of towering columns transports visitors back in time. Temples were expressions of deep-seated beliefs and hopes. They stand today as a testament to enduring faith. The desert sands hold their secrets close, but we've caught glimpses of a civilization that thrived millennia ago. The ancient Egyptians, with their pharaohs and pyramids, their gods and their glory, left an indelible mark on the world. They remind us of the power of human ingenuity, the allure of the unknown, and the enduring strength of belief. Their legacy surrounds us. In our architecture, with its towering columns and geometric designs. In our language, with words like pharaoh and oasis echoing their ancient tongue. And in our fascination with the afterlife, a concept deeply rooted in their beliefs. Ancient Egypt may be gone, but its spirit lives on, whispering tales of a time when gods walked among mortals and pyramids scrape the sky. As we gaze upon their monuments, let us remember their lessons, to reach for the stars, to honor the past, and to never stop exploring the mysteries of our world.